Hi, I'm John Gifaldi.
And I'm Patty Hayden. And together we're Sweet Memories Cooking. Today we're going to be showing you how to prepare our recipe for ricotta gnocchi with a sun-dried tomato caper wine sauce.
We got all the ingredients at Ingles. Patty, let's get started.
Let's.
What I've got is everything laid out here.
Okay.
And we're going to make a gnocchi, which is an Italian pasta.
Yeah.
And they're like little dumplings. So I'm going to jump right in here. I've got some all-purpose flour. Typically this gnocchi is made with potatoes, but today what we're going to do, we're going to lighten it up.
Yeah.
And we're going to use Ricotta cheese.
Okay.
So I'm adding that to the flour. And then to that, we're going to add a tablespoon of melted butter.
Okay.
Adds a little richness.
Yeah.
And then I've got I got 1 egg, some Parmesan cheese, and I'm going to mix this together till it forms a dough.
Yeah.
And now while I'm getting this going, do you want to start the sauce?
Yeah. What I started here already was got some wine, about a cup of wine, and I'm reducing it down to about half. So we're almost there. This is like the easiest sauce, you guys.
But it's so good.
It's so good, I know.
So flavorful.
So I think we're about there. So what I'm going to do is add some cold butter to it. It should be cold. Just makes it a little bit easier on you. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. Get it going here. Then as soon as it kind of combines a little more, I'm going to add some capers and a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice.
And over here you can see that this dough is coming together really nice.
Oh, good.
And this is just what we want, because then I'm going to show you how to roll it out. It's really fun.
It is fun.
One thing I forgot, lemon zest. That's the whole point of this
The lemon, yeah.
This recipe. So we're adding some really unique ingredients. And I've got a neat rasp that I picked up at Ingles in their little bakery section there, or cooking section. Okay. And that's going to add an excellent flavor to this.
Yeah.
I'm going to mix that in, and then we're going to start rolling them out.
Okay.
All right, so you see I formed a nice dough. The next thing you're going to want to do is flour your board. So I always keep a little bit of flour on the side, like Grandma showed us.
Yeah.
And I'm going to roll this right out here.
It's important not to have too much flour too, I think.
Exactly. So you want it so it doesn't stick to the board. This one happens to be a stickier flour, so I do tend to use a little bit more.
Yeah.
And what you do is you break off a little piece, get that covered in flour. I'm going to show you one. What we did is we did these ahead, and we actually cooked them off. So
so
by the time I show you how to do this, and Patty's got the sauce ready, we will be ready to plate up and eat a nice, wonderful dinner. So what you do is you're rolling it out in like a cigar, about that width. And you just go back and forth using your fingertips.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to use this fork because I don't know what I did with my knife. But we're going to cut these into...
What are you doing, like about an inch piece?
I was just going to say, it looks like about an inch.
Yeah. You know why they call these gnocchis?
No.
Don't you? Because in Italian it roughly translates to knuckle, like little knuckle, so that when you do them, they kind of look like that. Yes.
I didn't know that.
See?
And what you're going to do is you're going to take the gnocchi with 2 fingers, pull it towards you, and then push it away.
Yeah.
What that does is that creates a little divot, and that holds the sauce. So this is how we were taught to do it. In some places they will do it just like this and drop these into the water.
Yeah, sometimes they say, if you
sometimes
see on the
they
menu,
have a fork and they run it across the...
pillow gnocchi or something, it's because they stopped, they didn't do this.
Another technique, which we didn't do, is to just roll it over the back of a fork. So again, you're creating that.
Right.
So what you would do is you roll all of these out, put them on a tray, let them dry out, probably 15 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
And then get your pot of water boiling.
Yeah, make sure the water's boiling and make sure it's really salted. Like put a good
amount of
salt in there. Yeah.
No oil. We don't put oil in there.
No, never.
Because if you put oil in the water, I know that some people do that, but what it does, it actually coats your pasta and it keeps the sauce from adhering to it.
Yeah,
so
nothing will stick to it then. So what I did is I just added the capers to it. I'm going to add like about two tablespoons of lemon juice, and I've got some sun-dried tomatoes and fresh parsley that I'm going to put in as well. Just let it go for another minute, and this is basically done.
Great. And over here, this is what the gnocchi look like when they come out.
Yeah.
And so what we did, so I started to tell you, that water gets boiling, you put your gnocchi in. When it floats to the top, cook it 1 minute longer. In this case, because we cooked it ahead, we just pulled it when they came to the top because they'll finish cooking in here.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you always want to have whatever pasta you're doing, have it your final before you put it on your dish. Cook it in whatever sauce you're doing. Because you want all the pieces of pasta to be, you know, coated in whatever your sauce is.
Right. Oh, this is smelling so good in here.
Okay, I'm just going to put the parsley in.
All right. I'm getting excited here. I want to put this pasta in so bad.
All right. Okay.
And again, measurements are on the website.
And this is just, you know, Italian parsley, not the curly one.
Yep, not curly and not cilantro. Be careful because cilantro and parsley look a lot alike, but they're very different flavor profiles.
I don't think we would want to go
What do you say? Can I put a couple of spoonfuls in?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
I'll show you what we're doing. Actually, I'm going to put it all in.
Go ahead, yeah.
Now, this recipe actually made about 2 pounds of pasta. That will feed, a pound of pasta feeds 4 people. So depending on
Unless you're in our house.
the appetites of, that's what I was just going to say, the appetites of your guests, you could be having anywhere from 6 to 8 servings. So Patty, that looks wonderful.
You know, did we mention, you can also freeze these.
Yeah.
Make them ahead of time and freeze them. If you're going to do that, when you get to this point, you let them dry out a little bit, and then just lay them out flat and put them, freeze them. Do them like a flash freeze for like 30 minutes. And then put them in a plastic bag with a little bit of flour and freeze them.
They'll keep for a long time.
They keep for a month.
And then in that case, what you're going to do is you're going to go directly from the freezer to the boiling water.
To the water, right.
Patty, I think we're ready to plate up. Let me make some room. And not only does it look great because you got the sun-dried tomatoes and the capers, it smells delicious. The butter gives it that richness. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us here at the Ingles table. Make sure you check out the rest of the website for more tips, tricks, and recipes.
We'll see you next time. Ciao.